why the Humane Society is always in need of our help. As time passes, more problems are tossed their direction. They are constantly receiving and they are overflowing with these precious creatures. This is either having an animal surrendered to the shelter or rescued off the streets. 30% of their animals do come from being surrendered to them. They deal with cases such as animals being stranded by their owners, malnourished, and on the breach of death, just to name a few. Unfortunately, every 60 seconds, an animal will suffer from this abuse. There are more than 6.5 million animals that enter a shelter in just a year's time. And the Humane Society estimates that 1 million of these animals have been victims of this abuse. For example, according to Petpedia, there have been 483 greyhounds that tested positive for drugs in their system for racing. Sadly, most people either don't pay attention or don't care about this issue. Only 1,950 cases have been presented on the media in the past year of 2021. Out of these 6.5 million animals that do enter a shelter, only half of them, 3.2 million, are adopted back out to loving and responsible pet family owners. Not only are these animals dogs and cats, but there are other types of animals as well. Here are some statistics I have found from 35 disturbing animal abuse statistics from Petpedia. They have calculated that just in the United States alone, more than 10 million animals die from abuse issues each year. There are more than 100,000 horses killed, 10,000 puppy mills, and due to exotic bird trade, 33.33% of different parrots have a chance of becoming extinct. In the United States, there are about 3,500 shelters. Out of these two types of shelters, the kill and the non-kill shelter, the kill shelters have approximately 2.6 million dogs and cats killed yearly. And now, of reasonings for euthanization is to make room for others coming in. But the problem is, these new members of the shelter may have the same devastating fate. In the year 2020, there were around 3 million animals that were euthanized. The sad thing is that most of these animals are classified to be healthy creatures, and now they will never have a chance at life again. Animal activists are fighting to make the United States a no-kill zone. Their goal is to have this done by the year of 2025, only 3 years from now. Then there's the issue with missing or lost pets. Approximately 10 million pets go missing or lost in the United States. At a low, only 15% of these dogs and only 2% of these cats are reunited with their families. These numbers are from animals that do not have ID tags. Though only 15% of people have actually reported their pet missing in the past 5 years, there are approximately only 90.5 million families that are pet owners, in contrast with the 123.6 million families living in the United States. For the non-kill shelter, they do their best to try and save every animal that crosses their path. They are able to save 9 out of 10 animals. There are around 5,500 no-kill shelters across the United States. This includes the Humane Society, which they have an annual budget of $100 million. It takes an average of around $80 billion to help deduct the risk of an animal's extinction. If each person on the planet were able to contribute to help with this, it would equal to be about $12 a person per year. Sadly, the United States is only able to save 76.6% of sheltered animals. This means there are so many more that needs to be saved by the shelter's helping hand, including animals that they have yet to be rescued and animals they have already rescued.